Chosen one, you are not here by accident. Heaven has aligned this very moment as a divine appointment written long before you ever arrived. The fact that your spirit was drawn to this message means the prophecy has found its vessel. You are standing at the threshold of something sacred, a supernatural shift that will alter the course of your life. The seventh seal has begun to open, and it is revealing what was once hidden: your inheritance, your authority, and your divine wealth transfer. Anointed one, this is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Every delay, every season of lack, every silent prayer has been leading you to this unveiling. The heavens are declaring, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" Isaiah 43:19. The seals are breaking, and what was once sealed away from your reach is now being released into your hands. Chosen one, prepare your heart, because what's about to pour into your life isn't just provision, it's purpose. This is your moment to rise, to awaken, and to receive the divine evidence that the prophecy has always been about you. Stay with me, heaven is speaking. Chosen one, there's a reason your spirit led you here. This isn't a coincidence or another random scroll through YouTube. It's divine orchestration. Heaven has placed you in this exact moment because the seventh seal has begun to open, and your name is written within it. You are being summoned into a higher order of destiny, a new phase of spiritual and material release. What's unfolding right now in your life is not confusion, it's construction. God is rearranging your steps for a supernatural unveiling. You've probably felt it lately, a stirring in your chest, a restlessness in your soul. Things that used to satisfy no longer do. People who once understood you can't quite meet you where you are anymore. That's not rejection, chosen one. That's redirection. The heavens have shifted your frequency. You are outgrowing environments that cannot hold the weight of your next assignment. And this shaking, this breaking, this unsettling feeling, it's heaven preparing the ground beneath your feet for divine expansion. I've seen this pattern before. The moment before the miracle always feels like misalignment. Years ago, I remember losing everything I thought defined me: status, friends, security. But what I didn't know was that I wasn't being buried. I was being planted. That season became the soil where my purpose began to sprout. What felt like loss was actually the setup for the greatest transfer of my life. And now, chosen one, that same transfer is circling your name. The seventh seal isn't just an ancient prophecy, it's a divine activation. It's heaven's way of saying, enough delay. It's a command to time itself. Release the blessings that have been held back. You've passed the tests, endured the silence, and remained faithful when everything in you wanted to quit. That is why your name has been called for release. The same doors that once refused to open are now under divine order to yield. Right now, something in the unseen realm is shifting on your behalf. I don't say that lightly. The air around you has changed. The timing has changed. God is transferring resources, influence, and ideas into the hands of those who carry his heart, and that includes you. The seventh seal symbolizes divine completion. It means the cycle of delay has ended, and the cycle of manifestation has begun. You're stepping into a dimension where your obedience becomes your currency. Your faith becomes your passport. Every prayer you thought went unheard is returning as evidence. You'll begin to see people remembering your name, opportunities aligning out of nowhere, and favor that doesn't make sense. It's not coincidence, it's covenant. The seal is open, and heaven's economy has taken notice of your faith. Anointed one, the very situations that once drained you will soon serve you. The rejection, the waiting, the misunderstanding, they've refined your discernment. The wilderness was your training ground. You didn't just survive, you were shaped. And now the oil that was crushed out of your seasons of pain will fund your seasons of purpose. Heaven is saying, I'm trusting you with overflow because you've proven you won't waste it. Chosen one, don't mistake the weight you feel for warfare. It's not an attack, it's an announcement. Heaven is crowning you in real time. You're not being overwhelmed, you're being ordained. Every pressure point is producing power. Every tear is watering a seed. Every delay was divine timing stretching itself to make room for what you're about to carry. So if life feels heavier, it's because your destiny has gained mass. You are walking into rooms your name was once unqualified for. You are becoming the evidence of what faith under fire produces. The seventh seal is not about fear, it's about fulfillment. The prophecy is unfolding through you. Stay close now, chosen one, because in the next moments, I'm going to reveal exactly what heaven meant when it said the seventh seal prophecy is about you, chosen one. The seventh seal is not just opening in the heavens, it's opening inside you. It is the unveiling of your true identity, the moment when what God hid for your protection is now being revealed for your promotion. For years, you felt unseen, misunderstood, or even forgotten. But this hiddenness was never neglect. It was divine incubation. Heaven was shaping your strength in silence so that when the seal broke, you would be ready to carry what's about to be released. Anointed one, you've been prepared for a supernatural unveiling. What once looked like stagnation was actually sacred stillness. God has been positioning you behind the scenes, allowing your roots to grow deep before your influence could rise high. And now, the breaking of the seventh seal marks the moment of divine exposure, where your private faith becomes public fruit. The world is about to see what heaven has been working on. I know what it's like to live in that tension, when your spirit feels full but your life feels empty. There were days I asked God, why hide me when I'm ready to help? But I learned that waiting is not punishment, it's preparation. The longer the wait, the greater the weight of glory. When my own seal broke, everything changed at once. Finances, friendships, focus. It felt like the air itself was charged with divine momentum. That same current, chosen one, is now moving in your direction. The seventh seal is the gateway between delay and divine acceleration. Once it opens, what took years begins to happen in days. The dreams that seemed distant suddenly align. People you thought forgot, you start reaching out. Favor begins finding you without you chasing it. This is what it means to be part of heaven's wealth transfer. Not just money, but influence, access, wisdom, and peace. You are being trusted with heavenly resources to rebuild what was broken. Chosen one, hear this. The same power that opened the tomb of Christ now opens the vault of heaven over you. This isn't about luck, it's about lineage. You are part of a royal bloodline, a spiritual inheritance that cannot be revoked. The seventh seal is God's signature, confirming that your lineage is legitimate. The delays you endured were verification. The tests you passed were authentication. And now heaven stamps you with approval. You will notice the signs of this shift. Divine coincidences that aren't coincidences at all. The number 7 showing up in your path. Conversations that feel like confirmations. People drawn to your presence but unable to explain why. These are signals that the veil is lifting and that your name has been whispered in heavenly places. Anointed one, your discernment is sharpening. What once confused you will now make sense. You'll look back and realize every rejection redirected you to this very revelation. Every closed door was an angelic reroute. Every detour carried hidden treasure. And now that the seventh seal is open, those treasures will surface. Chosen one, the shaking you've felt lately is proof of movement in the unseen. Don't let fear interpret what faith is supposed to translate. You are not breaking down, you are breaking through. The pressure you feel is birth pain, not breaking pain. Something sacred is emerging through you. Something heaven has waited ages to reveal. This is your awakening. The seventh seal is not a story from Scripture. It is a living prophecy unfolding through your obedience. You are the fulfillment of what generations prayed for, a vessel of divine wisdom, provision, and restoration. The seal has opened, and now your assignment begins. Chosen one. The seventh seal is more than revelation, it is release. The heavens are no longer silent. What was once sealed is now being transferred into the hands of those who have endured with faith. You are one of them. You were tested in silence, refined in obscurity, and now heaven calls your name aloud. This is the moment of divine redistribution, where favor, wealth, and wisdom are transferred to the faithful. Anointed one, understand this. The seventh seal doesn't just bring money, it brings mandate. Heaven isn't just blessing you, heaven is trusting you. Every door that opens, every opportunity that appears, carries divine purpose. You've been chosen not to hoard, but to channel. When God pours out abundance, it's because He knows you'll use it to heal, build, and restore. I've walked through this shift myself. Years ago, everything I relied on fell apart. Plans, people, stability. But that collapse became my classroom. I learned that when heaven funds your mission, you don't have to force anything. The same doors that closed began to swing open. What I once chased began to chase me. And now, that same grace is finding you. Chosen one, the Spirit of God says, I have seen your faithfulness in lack. Now watch what I do in your increase. The seventh seal marks divine completion, the end of delay, the start of acceleration. Expect movement, phone calls that shift your path, opportunities that locate you without effort, provision that flows without pressure. It's not coincidence, it's covenant. But hear this carefully. The seal not only releases blessing, it reveals character. You've been tested with little to prove you could be trusted with more. You gave when you had barely enough. You stayed kind when bitterness tried to take root. You forgave instead of fighting back. That's why heaven has chosen you for stewardship. As this transfer unfolds, you'll feel it in your atmosphere. The heaviness will lift. Divine order will replace chaos. Finances will align with purpose. Peace will replace fear. You'll realize the wait was not a delay but a design, preparation for the weight of glory. The seventh seal also brings restoration. Everything that was stolen, forgotten, or lost is returning, but refined, multiplied, and perfectly timed. You will find yourself walking into rooms that were once locked, standing before people who were once unreachable. It will happen so smoothly that you'll know it's divine, not human. Anointed one. Your next chapter will not demand striving. It will require surrender. You won't need to chase. What's yours will find you. The seventh seal creates flow, not struggle. You are stepping into supernatural ease, guided by divine precision. Chosen one. You've carried enough pain to qualify for power. You've waited long enough. Heaven has kept record, and now release has come. The transfer has begun. The same God who hid you is now revealing you. The vault of heaven is open, and your name is written on what's being released. Chosen one, the seventh seal has not opened for your comfort, it has opened for your calling. Heaven did not bring you this far to keep you safe. Heaven brought you here to make you seen. This is the season where everything hidden begins to rise. You are stepping into the light, not for applause, but for assignment. Anointed one, the world has been waiting for your sound. Your life carries a frequency that awakens what is asleep in others. The pain you overcame, the silence you survived, those experiences have become spiritual authority. You don't just speak from theory, you speak from testimony. That's why heaven is releasing influence into your hands. When you open your mouth, chains will break. When you move, atmosphere shifts. This is not arrogance, it's alignment. I've seen what happens when destiny calls. It rarely comes when you feel ready. The first time God pushed me forward, I wanted to run back to hiding, but I realized obedience opens what fear cannot. The moment I stepped forward, favor followed. Doors that were once bolted became magnetic. That same anointing is resting on you now. The seal is open, and heaven is inviting you to rise without hesitation. Chosen one, the next phase of your journey will demand courage. Not the absence of fear, but faith that moves despite it. You've already proven your endurance. Now heaven is testing your expression. Can you carry glory publicly with the same grace you carried pain privately? Can you lead with love in a world addicted to noise? You can, because you were built for this. The seventh seal is heaven's decree of readiness. You are being elevated, but this elevation is sacred. It's not about being above others, it's about being available to serve. The oil on your life was never meant to be stored, it was meant to be poured. You are the answer to someone's prayer, the confirmation to someone's doubt, the living proof that God still fulfills promises. Anointed one, prepare your heart for divine acceleration. In the coming days, things will happen suddenly. Ideas will flow easily. Doors will open naturally. And your spirit will recognize that it's not random, it's reward. But as you ascend, remain rooted. Remember who sustained you in silence. Stay humble, stay teachable, stay aligned. The enemy cannot touch a spirit anchored in gratitude. And if fear whispers, remind yourself, you are sealed, not shaken. The seventh seal doesn't just release power, it protects it. You are covered, you are equipped. You are appointed for this exact moment in history. Chosen one, rise with reverence. The same spirit that resurrected Jesus from the grave now moves through you. The prophecy is alive in your veins. What once was sealed away from you is now flowing through you. The light that heaven placed in your soul is about to illuminate nations. This is your commissioning moment. You are no longer waiting for purpose. Purpose is waiting for your yes. The seal is open, the call is clear, and heaven is watching. Chosen one, as the seventh seal opens, you will begin to notice the atmosphere around you shifting. What once resisted you will start to recognize you. Doors that remained closed for years will suddenly respond to your name. This is not luck, it's law. Heaven's law of alignment is at work. You have stepped into divine timing, and time itself is now serving your destiny. Anointed one, pay attention to the signs. They will come subtly, yet undeniably. Numbers repeating, 777, 777, moments that feel like déjà vu, conversations that carry confirmation. These are not coincidences. They are codes from the divine, signaling that the spiritual and the physical are merging. Heaven is translating unseen movement into visible manifestation. When the seventh seal opens over your life, acceleration follows. Things begin to move fast, sometimes so fast it feels uncomfortable. Don't panic. This is divine motion, not chaos. You are being carried by momentum you didn't create. The blessings you once begged for are now chasing you down. The right people are appearing at the right time. The right ideas are finding their investors. The right prayers are meeting their answers. I've lived this shift before. There was a day I woke up with nothing to show for years of faithfulness. Within 1 month, every promise I had written in my journal began to unfold, not through striving, but through surrender. When heaven opens a seal, it doesn't need permission from the world. It simply performs. And now, chosen one, heaven is performing on your behalf. You'll feel the pressure ease. The spiritual warfare that once surrounded you will begin to quiet. Not because it disappeared, but because your authority increased. The same battles that used to drain you will now bow to you. The energy around your life will become clearer, lighter, holier. Peace will enter where confusion used to live. The world around you won't make sense, because it's not supposed to. This is supernatural order unfolding in real time. Anointed one, your discernment will grow sharper. You'll begin to see through false opportunities and sense divine ones without effort. Heaven is rewiring your intuition. Every experience you endured was training your spirit to recognize truth at first sight. This is why your past pain was necessary. It became your filter. Now, as abundance flows, you'll know exactly what to touch and what to walk away from. Chosen one, be mindful of your words in this season. What you speak will start to manifest faster. When the seal opens, your tongue becomes a tool of creation. Speak life, not lack. Speak healing, not fear. Your declarations are drafting heaven's architecture for your future. Angels are listening, waiting for the signal of your faith. You'll notice it. The stillness after the storm, the light that feels different, the peace that doesn't make sense. That's how you know the seventh seal has fully opened within you. You've crossed from striving into flowing, from hoping into receiving. Chosen one, the prophecy has found its proof. The evidence is your life. You are walking fulfillment. The seal has broken, and heaven has begun to perform its word through you. Chosen one, the seventh seal is not just a personal awakening, it is a cosmic one. When heaven releases a revelation, it doesn't stop at the individual, it ripples across creation. The energy shifting within you is the same energy stirring nations, systems, and souls. You are part of a divine rebuilding, a restoration of order on earth as it is in heaven. Anointed one, this is the hour when the light within the chosen begins to confront the darkness within the world. You were not called to escape this time in history. You were born to influence it. Your very existence is prophecy in motion, proof that God still sends solutions wrapped in human form. When the seal opened, it awakened the architects of the new world, and you are one of them. The old systems are collapsing, the false thrones of greed, fear, and control. You can see it everywhere. Institutions shaking, structures failing, the illusion of power crumbling. But do not be afraid, chosen one. You are not standing in the ruins. You are standing in the foundation of renewal. Heaven is rebuilding through you. Every gift, every word, every act of obedience contributes to this divine architecture. I've witnessed this rebuilding firsthand. There was a time when everything in my life fell apart. Work, friendships, even faith felt unstable. Yet, in that emptiness, I began to see what truly matters. God doesn't destroy without rebuilding. Every loss became a blueprint. Every closed chapter became a cornerstone. That same pattern is unfolding for you now. The breaking you experienced was never destruction. It was excavation. Heaven was clearing away the counterfeit so the authentic could rise. Chosen one. The new world will not be built by the loud, but by the light bearers. Those who carry wisdom instead of pride, compassion instead of ego. That's you. You are the quiet revolution heaven is leading. One heart, one act, one revelation at a time. You are restoring what money cannot buy and power cannot counterfeit. Truth, unity, and peace. Anointed one. The seventh seal is heaven's decree that the kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of our Lord. Everything that once opposed divine order must now yield to it. That's why things feel unfamiliar. The spiritual climate is changing. What once worked for others may no longer work for you, because you are not of the old world. You are carrying a new frequency, heaven's frequency. You'll begin to notice this shift in everyday moments. The conversations that once drained you no longer hold your interest. The environments that once felt comfortable will feel too small. Even your thoughts are changing. This is evidence of the transformation within you. The seal has changed your spiritual DNA. You are thinking like a builder, seeing like a prophet, and moving like one who carries divine authority. Chosen one, your influence is not accidental. Where you walk, light will gather. Where you speak, peace will settle. Where you sow, life will multiply. You are heaven's answer to earth's ache. The seventh seal has rewritten your assignment. You are not just being blessed, you are becoming a blessing. This is the rebuilding of the world, and it begins with you. Chosen one, the seventh seal has marked the beginning of your appointed hour. This is the divine moment when everything written about you in heaven begins to manifest on earth. You are no longer preparing, you are walking in prophecy. The waiting season has expired. The time for wondering has turned into the time for witnessing. What you once prayed for in tears is now standing before you in truth. Anointed one, this moment carries weight. Heaven has synchronized your steps with divine timing. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment was a doorway. The time that you thought was wasted was actually the clock of destiny, counting down to now. You've entered what Scripture calls the fullness of time, when all things align for God's purpose to unfold perfectly. You may sense it already, the quickening in your spirit, the heightened awareness, the sudden peace that doesn't make sense. That's confirmation. The seventh seal is heaven's announcement that divine timing has arrived. Nothing and no one can cancel what has been appointed for you. I remember a season when I was desperate for breakthrough. I tried to make things happen on my own, forcing outcomes that weren't ready. But when I finally let go and trusted God's timing, everything unfolded effortlessly. Emails came, opportunities arrived, doors that had stayed shut for years opened overnight. That's when I understood obedience creates acceleration. The moment I aligned, heaven responded instantly. And now, chosen one, heaven is responding to you. This appointed hour is sacred because it carries not only manifestation, but multiplication. What once required all your strength will now flow with ease. You'll notice divine synchronicities, the right people showing up, the right words confirming what your spirit already knows. Even your mistakes will start working for your favor. Heaven is redeeming the time. Anointed one, God is bringing closure to old chapters so that new ones can open. You may feel an urge to disconnect from certain people or habits. Follow that leading. It's not rejection, it's repositioning. When the seventh seal opens, heaven reorders your surroundings to match your next level. Don't resist it. Every removal is a release. Every ending is an entrance. Chosen one, the Spirit says, this is your hour of evidence. You won't have to convince anyone that you are chosen. The fruit will speak for itself. The same people who doubted you will have to witness your elevation, not for revenge, but for revelation. They will see what favor looks like when it rests on an obedient soul. You've been faithful in the furnace, consistent in the silence, and steadfast in the storm. Now the reward is unfolding. Heaven is aligning contracts, ideas, and opportunities that were waiting for your readiness. The seventh seal doesn't just signify a moment, it signifies movement. The kingdom is advancing through you. Anointed one, stand tall. The appointed hour is not coming, it's here. The gates of manifestation are open, and heaven's decree is clear. No more delay. Walk in it. Speak in it. Live in it. Everything you've been praying for has just stepped into your timeline. Chosen one, you have reached the moment that the seventh seal was always pointing to, the fulfillment. Heaven's word over your life is no longer a promise waiting in the clouds. It is now unfolding in your hands. This is not a prediction. This is performance. Everything that once existed only in vision is now materializing in reality. You have crossed from prophecy to proof. Anointed one, the air around you has shifted. You can feel it, a deep calm, a quiet knowing that your waiting was worth it. What used to feel impossible now feels inevitable. That's because heaven has finalized what hell tried to delay. The warfare has ended, the verdict has been sealed, and the outcome is in your favor. You are standing in answered prayer. I remember the first time I truly recognized divine fulfillment. It didn't come with trumpets or applause. It came with peace. I didn't need to strive anymore because what I prayed for was already flowing. The lesson was simple. When heaven fulfills a promise, it feels like rest, not rush. Chosen one, that's where you are now, the resting place of manifestation. The seventh seal represents this exact shift, from warfare to wonder, from striving to stillness, from hoping to holding. You have entered the season where the promises of God no longer feel distant. They are near. You will see tangible evidence, dreams aligning, resources appearing, ideas bearing fruit. You'll realize that the prophecy wasn't just about an event, it was about evolution. Heaven didn't just send a blessing, it built a new you. Anointed one, the new you walks with authority that doesn't need explanation. You carry peace that silences opposition. You move differently now, not out of fear, but out of faith. The seventh seal has rewritten your reality. What once drained you will now serve you. What once broke you will now build you. The enemies that once taunted you will now watch you rise. Not for vengeance, but for vindication. Heaven's way of proving that obedience always wins. Chosen one, this fulfillment carries responsibility. You are no longer a receiver only. You are now a releaser. What flows to you must flow through you. The blessings, the wisdom, the wealth, the peace, they are meant to overflow into others. You've become the living bridge between heaven and earth, between prophecy and performance. Anointed one, as you walk in this divine fulfillment, remember humility. Every miracle that manifests is not a medal, it's a mission. Every answered prayer is an assignment. You have been elevated not to boast, but to build. To stand as proof that God still honors the faithful, still raises the humble, and still fulfills His word in ways no man can manufacture. Chosen one, lift your head. The seventh seal has completed its work. The heavens are open, the earth is responding, and your life has become the testimony. Walk boldly into this fulfillment, knowing that what has begun cannot be reversed. The prophecy was never just about an ending, it was always about becoming. This is your era, chosen one. The seal is open, the story is alive, and heaven's word has come to pass through you. Chosen one, the seventh seal has opened, and heaven has confirmed it. You are standing in your Kairos moment, the divine intersection where preparation meets fulfillment. Everything that once felt delayed was waiting for this exact hour. The veil has lifted, and the supernatural transfer has begun. Anointed one, you are not stepping into blessing. Blessing is stepping into you. The same power that called creation into being now moves through your life, aligning every detail, every destiny, every divine promise. What you lost is returning refined. What was withheld is being released. You are walking under an open heaven. Chosen one, remain faithful. Guard your peace, protect your light, and stay anchored in gratitude. The favor that's coming doesn't need force, it needs flow. You are in divine rhythm now, guided by unseen hands that know exactly where you're going. Heaven says, you have crossed over. You are ready. Let these words seal your spirit tonight. No more striving, only receiving. The seventh seal has unlocked your next chapter, and the evidence of it will soon be undeniable. If this message has stirred something within you, share it. Comment your sacred number, 777 or 333, and declare, I receive the seal. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. The prophecy was never about waiting, it was about becoming. Walk in it, rise in it, live it. The world is ready for your light.